the real story about the Lego duck comes from Australia. McDonald's wanted to do a big activity with Lego at that point, 20 so years ago, and looking for a little prompt that they could use. And at that point, they came up with this little activity because they figured out that a dog would be something that cross-culturally everyone could build. But then, 20 years later, what we are doing now with that one is as a prime activity to describe how what you build is uniquely you and everything is right. So what we do with these small activities is to enable and support everyone to build a duck. Usually it's a very short time. And then if you hold up your ducks, probably, you can see how different they are. And they are all ducks. Because if they're ducks to you, then that's a duck. And I was a little careful. I wasn't sure whether there was enough bags and so forth. So I built mine in the bag. But there are very creative ways of approaching that problem. But what we then illustrate is the process of building the duck is obviously like keeping attention, like executive function. If people are a little bit stressed, it's self-regulation, it's three-dimensional manipulation and math, and it's like language because you're trying to figure out the symbols of the different elements and what could they look like and be interpreted to. And it's a little social because you share with others. And the next activity we can do this for a day. But sometimes we do one more activity, which is co-build a new duck by bringing two ducks together with your partner next to it. We've also done that. We then add stress arousal sensors to people and observation schemes to figure out what are the ways people collaborate and so forth. So that's quite interesting. Culturally, it's interesting. So, for instance, when we did this in some Chinese relationships where we bring people together, there's a moment where we please build your ducks, and then everyone build your ducks now. You have like a minute. And there's still like a little until the president at the corner has built that duck. Because then everyone are waiting for how the duck should look like. So, and that, I'm sorry to be like, but that was a particular example. That's not generalized, of course. But it is in some cultures waiting to figure out what is the right answer before I go out building that example. So yeah, we find these as examples for teaching methodologies in education. The outcomes can be different. You don't need to assess towards one standardized outcome, but the process can be very similar to test and try out different ideas.